Hello, students! How are you today? Welcome to our final lesson of the Math Mastery series for Group A. And I realized that it is trying to reconnect. Hold on. What is happening here? That's weird. Let me check something, okay? Let me check something. Why is it trying to reconnect? I think we have reconnected now. Okay, yes, I think we have reconnected now. That was a weird one. I was looking at the live stream and suddenly it said reconnecting. Maybe it's raining, that's why. I'm not sure. But anyway, yes, as I was saying, now it is the last lesson for Group A. And later on, in about 1 hour, in about 1.5 hours at 5:30 p.m. Singapore time, it will be the last lesson for Group B. Now, then on Sunday, we will have Group C, right? Hello, Desian. Hi, Dewey. Now, I hope everyone have already finished your final assessment. And can you just type in the chat? Let me know, is the live stream lagging? Because I don't know why on my end, I see that it's like trying to reconnect. Okay, hello, June. Hi, Dewey. Hi, Desian. Hi, Sayuri. Okay. Everyone, by now you must have finished the final assessment because I've already turned off the assessment. Nobody else is allowed to do it anymore because I will immediately be going through the answers. Okay, remember this final assessment is worth 200 points. So if you score full marks, if you get all the questions correct, that means you have scored, that means you will be able to gain 200 points. Joan says that no, it is not. That means it's not lagging. Ah, that's good. Okay, that means my viewer is lagging, not the actual internet. Very good. I'm so happy to know it's not lagging. If it is lagging, just type it in the chat and let me know. Okay, hello Iranga. Hi Joan. Okay, so students, now I've already stopped the final assessment. That means nobody else can do the final assessment. We are going to immediately go through the answers. Okay, students? So let's take a look at our final assessment worksheet. Now, let's take a look here. Later on, what will happen? After I go through the worksheet, we will welcome Mr. Terry Chu and he will be announcing the winning team. Okay, students? All right. So I got all correct yesterday. Wow, Dewey, you got all correct. Congratulations, well done. Okay, today is Friday, the 21st of November. On which day of the week will be Christmas Eve, which is the 24th of November? Now, everyone, they say that today, Friday, is the 21st of November. So let's write down 21 here. And then you ask yourself, how many days are there in one week? Well, there are 7 days, which means that if you add 7 plus 7, then you will get another Friday again. So you go back to Friday because you have already completed one week. Am I right? So now, once you reach the 28th of November, so remember now we are still in November. Now it's still November, right? So after 28 will be 29. Then after that it will be 30, 31, correct? Sorry. Is there November 31st or not? There's no such thing. So students, let me tell you how you will be able to tell whether there are 30 days, or there are 31 days. So I want everybody to look at my fist. So if you look at my fist, right, you notice that we have knuckles. Everybody has knuckles. And then in between the knuckles, there's something going down. So that's in between the knuckles. And then you go to the top of the knuckle again. So it's top, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So you just count January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Now remember July and August, you repeat the same knuckle. So July, August. Okay, let me do it again. January, February, January, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So do you notice that November is down? In between your knuckles is down. So it has lesser days. It has only 30 days. All right, students? So that is how we know. That is how we know uh, which month has more days. So now we know that November only has 30 days. So we stop here. Now it will be 1st of December. December 1st starts here. Okay? So after 1st of December, they're asking you about the Christmas Eve, 24th, right? Okay, you keep on adding 7, add 7, add 7. Now you don't have enough space. It's okay. Let's just pretend that December 1st is here. Then you keep on adding 7, keep on adding 7, add 7. And finally, you have 22, right? Then when is Christmas Eve? 23, 24. There you go. So Christmas Eve falls on a Wednesday. All right. Okay, students? There you go. Let's see who got it correct. Very good, Gunbolt and Iranga. You got it. It is a Wednesday. Well done. Okay, now let's take a look at question number 2. This is a logic question. And in fact, if I'm not wrong, I've taught you this before, so you should be able to. I've taught you how to solve this type of question before. You should be able to do it, right? First, we are going to draw a table. Okay? And the table is going to collate whether A, B, and C are correct, are true or false. So I'm going to need more tables. Okay, let's duplicate it, duplicate it. There you go, students. So now what we are going to do is this. We are going to pretend. We are going to assume. Coach Liu, share your screen. Oh yeah, sorry. I taught you about the month and then I forgot to share my screen again. Okay, look. Yes, as I was saying. Okay, once you know that, okay, let's do it again. So now we know that there are 30 days in November. So we stop here. Then this is already the 1st of December. Now, if this is the 1st of December, I know that we don't have enough space. If we want to keep on adding 7, we don't have enough space. So let's just pretend that 1st, 8, 15, 22. So this is the 22nd December. Then 23rd, 24th. This is the answer. So we say that the Christmas Eve falls on a Wednesday. Ta-da! Easy. All right. All right. Okay. So students, let's try the next one. Question number 2. I've created some tables, and this is a logic question. I've taught you how to solve this kind of question before, so everybody should have no problem with this, right? So what are we going to do? First, we do not know where's the treasure, but what we can do is we can assume. Let's just pretend. Let's pretend that let's pretend that let's pretend that the treasure is in chest A. Okay? So if the treasure is in chest A, then they say that, okay, let's just pretend the treasure is here. So when you read this label, this chest is empty, it is false because we are assuming that the treasure right now is in chest A. So we say false. Okay, false. Or you can put a cross here. Wrong label. Okay, now let's read the second label here. This chest contains the treasure. Oh, lying. You are lying. Okay, actually the treasure is in chest A. So you are also lying. So let's put a cross here. It's a wrong label. And finally, this chest is empty. Chest B is empty. They say chest B is empty. Oh, that's true. That is true because we are assuming that the treasure is in chest A. So when you say that chest B is empty, yes, I agree, it's true. Okay, good. So now we already assume A, right? Let's assume that the treasure is in group B. Okay. Now, when you assume that it is in chest B, let's assume that this is where the treasure is right now. They say that this chest is empty for chest A. Well, if the treasure is in chest B, chest A is empty, so this must be true. This must be true. Okay. Then after that, let's read the label for chest B. This chest contains the treasure. Hey, yes, that's also true. Because right now you are pretending that the treasure is in chest A, chest B, right? And finally, if you read the last one, chest B is empty. Chest B is empty. No, it's not true because the treasure is in chest B right now. So this is not true. So it is true, true, and false. Okay, do you have a pet? Ah, so what happened is because later Mr. Terry Chu is coming, right? So I did not close the door to the studio. So that's why the cat came in because later I need to help Mr. Terry Chu. He will be joining us later, right? So yes, I do have 2 cats. All right, maybe later I'll bring them and say hello, okay, at the end of the lesson. So students, look, we have now going to assume that the treasure is in chest C. Chest C. So let's read the sentences again. This chest is empty. Well, that's obviously true. This chest contains the treasure. That's false. And chest C said that chest B is empty. That's true. Okay, so what did the question say? The question said that only one chest is labeled correctly. Only one. So let's see how many correct are there. Over here we have 1 correct. Over here we have 2 correct. Over here we have 2 correct. And the question says that only one chest is labeled correctly. Therefore, this must be the correct scenario. That means the treasure is in chest A. There you go. Who got the correct answer? Alia, Florence, Sayuri. Very good. Well done, students. Okay, let's take a look at question number 3. What fraction of the square is shaded? Oh, so it's pretty obvious. 1/4, 3/4, and what about this? So students, this is where we have to draw our own lines because you need to count how many triangles there are. So let's draw our own lines. Actually, you know what? You don't really need to draw your own lines. There are 2 ways to do this. Number 1, let's just draw your own lines and you count all the triangles. That's the first way to do it. Now, the second way to do it is instead of counting triangles, you count the squares. So you can say that we have total 9 squares. Am I right? Now, how many are shaded? You just need to know that whenever you combine two triangles, that is equal to one square. Okay, so let's say 1, then I combine this. 2, I combine two triangles. 3 and 4 squares are shaded. So how many squares are shaded? 4 squares are shaded. So what fraction is shaded? 4 out of 9. Done! Easy, right, students? Wow, so many of you got it correct. Very good. Who got it correct? Iranga, Maya, Hansa, Sayuri, Wasin, Florence, Charlie, Alia. You got it. Easy lah, this one. Okay, now let's take a look at question number 4. Now you need to know the strategy. If you don't know the strategy, I think you're going to find it very difficult. Very difficult to do this. Now, students, whenever you add fractions, okay, let's say 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. In school, you always learn you need to make the denominator the same. Am I right? So we change the denominator to 6. Then you end up with 3 over 6 plus 2 over 6. And you get 5 over 6. Now, in this case, every single denominator is different. And if you want to try to make the denominator the same, good luck. You're going to end up with a really, really big number. So, what we should be doing is try to spot a pattern. Do you notice that if you take 1 over 1 minus 1 over 3, what do you get? Okay, you get 2 out of 3. Then, what about this? If you take 1 over 3 minus 1 over 5, what do you get? You get 2 out of 15. But it's not so good, right? Because what is 1 over 1 times 3? You are supposed to get 1 over 3 over here. And for this, you're supposed to get 1 out of 15, right? The problem is you are getting 2 over 3 and 2 over 15. So how are you going to make it right? Telescopic numbers, Dewey. Correct. Dewey, very, very good. You need to multiply by half. So if you multiply by half, what will happen? Cancel away the number 2. You get the correct answer, 1 over 3. Multiply this by half. Cancel away the 2. You get 1 over 15. So students, all you need to do is you need to multiply it by half. So let's see how it looks like now. Half times 1 over 1 minus 1 over 3. So that will take care of your first term. Next, we'll move on to the second term. Plus 1 over 3 minus 1 over 5. Then we'll move on to the next one. 1 over 5 minus 1 over 7. And finally, the last one is 1 over 7 minus 1 over 9. Then we can cancel everything out. Boom, 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 boom. We are only left with the first and the last fraction. So we end up with half times 1 over 1 minus 1 over 9. 1 whole minus 1 over 9. Isn't that going to be 8 over 9? 8 over 9. Okay? Half times 8 over 9, which will give us, let's simplify first, divide by 2, divide by 2. The same answer as the previous question, 4 over 9. But the question say m over n, right? So what is m plus n? 4 plus 9. 13. All right. Who got it correct? Yes, the answer is 13. Desian, Florence, well done. Good job, students. Okay. So this is telescopic numbers. Guess what? Even if you go all the way, right? You go all the way to 99 times 101. You can still easily get the answer because we have a pattern to follow. As long as you follow the pattern, you will always realize that the number in the middle will get cancelled out. You're only going to be left with the first and the last term. And one more thing, whenever you see fractions that look very complicated, always try to cancel things out. You always end up cancelling things out. Okay? So let's take a look at question number 5. The number m is divided by 10 before it is added to 80. Okay. So let's start with this number. I do not know what is this number. We call it m. And what are you going to do to this number? You are going to divide it by 10. Okay, you're going to divide it by 10. Now let me just duplicate this. Okay, we are going to need a few of these. Students, if you know what method we are using, can you type in the chat? What kind of question is this? What method are we using to solve this question, everyone? Can you type in the chat what method are we using to solve this? So m is divided by 10 and it is added to 80. So they say you're adding another 80. And then what else did they say? Multiplied by 3 again. And finally 85 is subtracted. Okay, so they subtract 85. Then they say you end up with 200. Find the value of m. Working backwards. Correct, June, Dewey, Wasin. It is called working backwards. And I noticed so many of you are typing the correct answer. Desian, Joan, Charlie. Yes, I see you typing the correct answer already. Well done. So students, how do we work backwards? First, does it mean that you're going to read the question backward? I don't think so. Never ever read the question backwards. Okay, always read the question from front to back. So when you read the question from front to back, divide by 10 first, add 80, multiply by 3, and subtract 85. Right? So now when you want to find the original number m, you are going to work backwards. So when you work backwards, you're going to do the opposite. What is the opposite of minus? Then it is plus. What is the opposite of times? Then it will be divide. What is the opposite of plus? Minus. Opposite of divide? Times. Okay, let's work it out. 200 plus 85. 285. Divide by 395. Minus 80. 15 times 10 is 100. So m is 15 times 10 equal to 150. And there you go. We have solved it. Now, students, working backwards is not only very useful for these type of questions, it is extremely useful for very long problem sums. A lot of times in the exam, they will always test you on working backwards, guaranteed. And whenever you have working backwards questions, it is always quite long. It looks quite long. But if you are able to draw your circles and your arrows, then you'll be able to solve it very easily. Okay, and you'll save a lot of time. Not only are you saving time, do you notice how easy are your working? You don't need to write so many different lines of workings, So your workings are so much more simplified, and this will help you to avoid careless mistakes. Okay, so working backwards is very useful. Now, let's try question number 6. There are altogether let's see. They're all together 90 students on 2 buses. If 4 students move from bus A to bus B, both of the buses will have the same number of students. So, how many students were there on bus A at first? Come, let's draw a model, students. This is the model for the number of students on bus A. Then this is the number of students on bus B. Now, they say that 4 students move from bus A to bus B, right? So how should I draw my model? Okay, let me draw 4 over here. Then if I take this and I move it down to bus B, are there going to be the same number of students on both buses? No. What's going to happen? There's going to be 4 more students on bus B compared to bus A. So this will never work. This will never work. What must you do, students? You must actually add on another 4. There. Okay, wait, let me draw it properly. Okay, let me just... you must add another 4 here. Okay, so can you just imagine that this is the number of students on bus A. So when you move 4 students from bus A to bus B, Now you have the same number of students. Understand? Okay, so this is what the model should look like. Okay, so bus A should have extra 8 students. Extra 8 students. And what did the question say? The question said that there are 90 students. 90 students altogether. So we are just going to say that there are 90 students altogether, okay? How many students are on bus A at first? So now you need to figure this out. So let's just call this 1 unit. 1 unit. Oh, looks like I can see quite a few of you typing the correct answer already. Very good, Joan, Alia, Florence, Yvonne. You got it correct, huh? So students, we are supposed to find these 2 units, right? How do you find 2 units? You take 90, which is a total. Then you minus away 4 and 4. So you realize that 2 units should be 82. Then can you find what is 1 unit? Of course, 82 divided by 2 is 41. So now you already know what is 1 unit. So how many students are there on bus A? 1 unit plus 4, and you get 49. Now, even though this answer is correct, there is a faster way to do it. Are you ready for the faster way? I'm going to erase everything. Okay, let's see what is the faster way, okay? Instead of trying to say that 2 unit equal to 90 minus 4 minus 4, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to immediately find A. How to find A? You just need to take 90. Then you're going to plus 4. Plus 4. Right? Then you know what I'm going to do? Simply divide it by 2. So when you divide by 2, you are cutting everything into half. And you'll only be left with A. Okay? So I just divide by 2, you get 98 divide by 2. Still the same answer, but it is much faster this time. Well done, those of you who got it correct. Wow, so many of you. Joan, Alia, Florence, Yvonne, Shafika, Maya, Pace, Hansa, Antonius. Wow, Charlie, Desian, good job. Well done, everybody. Okay, now let's move on to question number 7. What is the 14th digit in this number pattern? So students, when you see this number pattern, 1, 4, 9, then after that, what will happen? Students, can you type in the chat, what is this number pattern? Do you know? Is it like Fibonacci sequence? Maybe it is prime numbers, right? Maybe it is square numbers. Maybe it is triangular numbers. What kind of numbers are these, students? Do you know or not? Can you type in the chat, right? So let's talk about number patterns. Very obvious number patterns that everybody must know, especially if you're going to take sit for CMO X in January, okay? Very good. Wasin already said it's a square number. Correct. Okay, so let just now I mentioned a few patterns, right? First, we have the Fibonacci sequence. What is the Fibonacci sequence? It looks like this. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, so on. So you are taking the first two numbers, you add together, you get the next number. Then after that, 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 3 gives you 5. 3 plus 5 gives you 8. So this is called the Fibonacci sequence. Now, what are prime numbers? So prime numbers look like that. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, and it goes on and on. So prime numbers are numbers that cannot be divided by anything except for number 1 and itself. Okay, so for example, you look at number 7. Can you divide by 2? No. Can you divide by 3? No. Can you divide by 5? No. You can't divide number 7 by anything except for what? You can only divide it by 1, and you can only divide it by 7. That's it. So prime numbers are numbers that you can divide by the number 1 and itself, that's all. Nothing else. Okay? So that's why they say even numbers are not prime numbers. Why? Because you can divide by 2. So they are not prime numbers, except for the number 2. Do you notice that the number 2 is the only prime number which is an even number? And the number 2 is the smallest prime number as well. Okay, so students, don't tell me that number 1 is a prime number. No, number 1 is not a prime number because prime number has 2 factors. Okay, 2 factors, number 1 and itself. So that means you can divide it by the number 1 and also itself. So you need to have at least 2. Okay, so number 2 is a very special number. Now, what is a square number? This is, the square numbers are over here, right? How do you know it is a square number? How do you find the area of a square? Huh? How do you find the area of a square? 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, right? Can you see that all these are all square numbers? So what are the square numbers? 1, 4, 9. Okay, then 4 times 4, 5 times. Then after that is 5 times 5, 6 times 6, 7 times 7, 8 times 8, 9 times 9. Now, those are square numbers. The same number multiplied by itself, square number. And just now, what else did I say? Fibonacci, square number, prime number, and one more is triangular numbers. So what are triangular numbers, students? They look like that. 1, 3, 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28, blah, blah, blah. Do you notice something? +2, +3, +4, +5, +6, +7. Understand? Why do you call this a triangular number? Because when I draw it, it looks like a triangle. Number 1. Okay, then number 3. Do you know 1 plus 2 is 3? What about 6? 1 plus 2 plus 3. That gives you 6. Okay, this is 6. This is 3. This is 1. Right? What else? 10. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 10. Correct or not? It's a triangle, right? What about 15? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 equal to 15. So now you know why we call it triangular numbers, students. Okay? So these are all triangular numbers. So when you take a string of consecutive numbers starting from 1, right? Starting from 1, you add up the consecutive number, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, plus 7 plus 8. As long as it is a running number, it is a triangular number. Which means to say that if I do this all the way until 99, 100, then the answer is 5050. Do you know that this is a triangular number? Okay? Okay, so now we learn a lot of different patterns, students. So as we know, this is a square number pattern. So if you look here at the question, this is the square number pattern. And they're asking you what is the 14th digit. Well, one way to do it is just to write it down. 1, 4, okay, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. 6 times 6 is 36, right? 7 times 7, 8 times 8, 9 times 9. Okay, where's the 14th number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the answer is 8. So easy. Okay, students. But I have another question for you. Let me test everybody now. What if I ask you, what is the what is the wait, let me think. Oh yeah, because this is a page number problem. Okay, so if I ask you what is the 30th digit, are you still going to write everything down? Of course, it's possible. It is possible. So let's just write it down first. Okay, let's just write it down first. Okay, so let's say this is the 14th digit, right? So if you want to continue, you can say 9 times 9, 10 times 10, 10 times 10, 11 times 11, 12 times 12, right? 13 times 13. Then after that, we have 14 times 14, then 15 times 15, then 16 times 16. Okay, so what do you notice? Do you notice that you start with single digit numbers, then after that you move on to double digit. All these are all double digit, right? Then after that you move on to triple digits. Correct or not, students? So whenever the question asks you for a very big number, you can group them together as single digits. There are three here, followed by how many double digit do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 double digit. So how many digits are there altogether? 12 digits. Then, so now they ask you for the 30th number. 30th number, right? Very easy. 30 minus away the single digits, minus away the double digits. How many more do you need? You still need 15 digits. But now we are only left with 3-digit numbers. So if you take 15, divide by 3, that means you just need to find the fifth number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the fifth 3-digit number. Okay? So the 30th number is 6. There you go, everyone. Okay, students. Anyone have any questions? Type it in the chat. Let's try our final question. Question number 8. Okay, students, look. This does look a little bit complicated, right? So, does anyone happen to be able to find the pattern? Can you type the answer in the chat if you manage to get it correct? Max! Wow! Looks like Max has already typed his answer. And you are correct, huh? Very good, Max. Anyone else? Does anyone else have the answer, students? Or is this too difficult? Okay. If you know what is the pattern, feel free to type it in the chat. Okay. Oh, John, you also got it correct. Very good. Now, everyone, look. How are all these numbers related? You must find a relationship. If not, you cannot solve the puzzle, right? So, how are these numbers related? Is it like 2 plus 10 plus 80 equal to 72? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Is it 2 times 5 equals to 10? Then you times 8. Then what happened? Minus 8. So are you supposed to times 5 or what? Times 5. Oh, it doesn't work. So multiplying by 5 doesn't work. Doesn't work. June says what? 10 times 8. Oh, 10 times 8 is 80. Then 10 times 9. Oh, are you sure? Okay, students, now what should I do? Why not I do 2 plus 8 equals to 10. 10 times 8 equal 80. And finally, you minus 8. Ah, that seems to be quite nice. I keep on repeating the number 8, right? Okay, let's see if it works over here. Plus 5 times 5 minus 5. Yes, students, it works. So what we notice is there's a pattern. Do you notice that you first plus, then you multiply, then you minus? Okay, so we must start with a plus, then you must multiply, then you must minus. That is the pattern. Let's try it again. Plus 2, multiply by 2, and minus 2, right? It works. So, students, how do you find A, B, and C, everybody? Okay, let's look at A first. We notice that this is minus 7. This is multiply 7. And so what should this be? This should be plus 7, right? So therefore, we know that A is equal to 4. 4 plus 7 is 11. Okay, what about the next one? We notice that this is minus 4. That means this must be times 4. So if you work backwards, B must be 6. 6 times 4 is 24. We found B. Finally, this is 9 plus 9. So this must be times 9 and minus 9. Therefore, C must be 90. So now we know that A plus B plus C, 4 plus 6 plus 90 will give us the answer 100. There you go. Very good, students. Who got it correct? Different pattern, answer is the same. Oh, really? Interesting. I am sure you are correct. Okay, very good. Charlie, yes, 100 is the correct answer. Shafika also, yes, very good. June, I don't know why you typed that. Okay. Dewi, very good, Dewi. Shafika, Antonius. Wow, so many of you type 100. Correct, Maya, Tony, Yvonne, Antonius, Florence, Joan, all of you got it correct. Max also, very good. Well done, students. Guess what? I have a bonus one for you. Okay? Can you take out a piece of paper, blank piece of paper, or maybe you can use a worksheet because we have some empty space here. Now, I'm going to test you. This will test your visualization skill. Are you ready, students? Okay. Let's do this. I'm going to draw a pattern. Okay, I'm going to draw a pattern. Hey, want a heart shape. Okay. And I want this shape. Just pretend that it's nice lah. My drawing is not so good, but can you just pretend that it's nice? Okay. Then after that, I want this. And after that, I'm going to draw this. Now, I would like everybody to try to imagine how would the last shape look like. Students, you can just try to draw it on your piece of paper. And how I know that I cannot see your piece of paper, but if you think that you know the answer, what do I want you to do? I would like you to type in the chat and describe how does the diagram look like. Okay, I just want you to draw it and describe how would your diagram look like. Try your best to describe how it will look like. Okay, then I want to see whether you got it, because if you know the answer, right, if you know the answer, then when you describe it to me, it will be pretty obvious that you know. So it's either it is obvious that you know, or you just got stuck and you don't know what's the answer. So I know this is not very easy, by the way. It is quite tricky. I agree, it is quite tricky, right? So how? What do you think? What do you think the answer looks like? E3. What is E3? Some of you are typing E3. What is that? What is E3? It looks like an I. Sayuri, you type I. Oh, Bo, you know? If you know, can you describe what will your diagram look like? Because it will be very, very easy for you to describe it if you actually spotted the pattern. It's very easy to describe it. Even if right now I say it in words, without drawing it, it should still be quite obvious. I do not need to draw the answer, I can just say it to you and you already know the answer. Really. Okay, but that depends. Can you spot the pattern or not? Okay, if you are able to spot the pattern, no problem. You understand? It'll be very easy to describe. Two circles on the bottom. No, I'm sorry. Two circles on the bottom. What do you mean two circles on the bottom? Like that? Like that, like a cherry, is it? Cherry, the top plus minus. Oh, that means you take this, you plus and you minus. No, we don't, below the line. No, two circles bottom, V on top. No, 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 I'm sorry. The third one with a line. The third one with a line like that, is it? No, I'm sorry. It's not the third one with a line. Nope. Looks like everybody's stuck. So, are you ready for me to tell you what is the last pattern, students? I'm not going to tell you lah. I'm not going to tell you, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a very good clue. Are you ready? After I give you this clue, I think you should be able to spot the pattern. Okay? Ready, This is my clue. After I draw my clue, I hope some of you can spot the pattern. And can you just type in the chat, what is the last diagram? If you, maybe after giving the clue, some of, very good, Bo, you got it, well done. Bo says that it is the number 6, mirror, correct. Students, do you notice that this is actually the number 1? Number 1, can you see number 1? Can you see this is number 2, looking into a mirror? Then this is number 3, looking into a mirror. The red line is a mirror. Symmetrical. Very good, Dewey. You are correct. Okay. One correct. Okay. So this is number 4. This is number 5. Okay. So what is the last one? The last one must be number 6. Oh, somebody say two circle with a V. Who is the one who said two circle with a V just now? Two circles bottom, V on top. Bo, you are correct. Okay, but the way that you describe it, I did not know whether you really got the pattern or maybe you're just guessing. So if you want to really describe it, you should say 6 mirror image. Then I will know that you definitely got the correct answer. And this is correct. Very good, students. Very tricky, right? All right, everyone. Congratulations. We have completed the worksheet for today. We have finished Group A, Lesson 12, Final Assessment. So are you ready to look at the results, students? Okay. Now, before we look at the results, I'm going to check whether Mr. Terry Chu is ready. But before that, those of you, how many of you are actually coming to CMOX? Can you type in the chat? If you're coming to CMOX, by now, I think you should already have seen the Facebook post. We have already posted on Facebook where's the location of the exam. Where's the location of the exam? So let me just open up the exam location. Let me open it up. Where is my website? Yes, over here. Website is over here. Now, if you go to CMO's Facebook page, everybody, you scroll down. Can you see this? There you go, students. This is where CMOX is. It is held at Bali International Convention Center. All right, students, Bali International Convention Center. So what will happen? On Saturday morning, everybody will report to Bali International Convention Center on Saturday morning. And after that, you will take your exam. For those of you who are part of the tour, after the exam, you'll immediately go to the tour. All right. So this is a resort. Those of you who are with us in the tour, you'll be staying at this resort, the Westin. Okay, it is the Westin Resort at Nusa Dua, which it has its own private beach. Okay, so this is the resort, and this will be your exam hall. So this is the exam hall, which is Bali International Convention Center. Okay, students, this is an exam hall. So those of you who are joining me at MMOS, I'll see you in Bali very soon. So I think by now you can, if you need a visa, please go and apply for your visa. Need to apply 30 days before you travel. And if you haven't got a hotel, you can go and book a hotel near to Bali International Convention Center in Nusa Dua. Now, what's going to happen after this? After this, we are going to send you a candidate guidebook. So when you have your candidate guidebook, you will be given the timetable. You'll be given the timetable. All right, everybody? All right. So what is going to happen for math mastery? Okay, let me just check whether Mr. Terry Chu is ready. If he's ready, we are going to uh, announce the results. Hello. Okay, students, I tell you what we'll do is this. Mr. Chu is not ready yet. So we will end the session now, but at 5:30, everybody will be coming for group B. So those of you who are coming for group B, what we'll do is this. Right at the start of the group B's lesson at 5:30, we are going to announce the results. Okay, students? So stand by, everyone. I'll see you at 5:30. Good job today. We have completed group A lesson 12. Later on in group B, we'll announce the results together with Mr. Terry Chu. All right? So students, if you have any questions regarding MMOS, just type it into the Facebook Messenger. Then we can help you. Okay? If not, uh, just check your email. Maybe in the first week of December, check your email. You'll be receiving the candidate guidebook for MMOS so that you know what time to report and you know all the instructions and you will do well for the exam. Okay, students? I will see you at 5:30 and we'll meet Mr. Terry Chu to announce the results together. Bye.